Hello, you're watching VNA News and now headlines.
Leaders pay respect to President Ho Chi Minh and fallen soldiers on the eve of National Day. Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng demands further economic growth during cabinet meeting. National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Sinh Hùng attends World Conference of Speakers of Parliament in New York.
A delegation of party, state, government, legislative and fatherland front leaders paid respect to President Ho Chi Minh and fallen soldiers on September the 1st. The activity took place on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of National Day. The delegation included Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng, President Trương Tấn Sang, Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng, and President of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Central Committee Nguyễn Thiện Nhân, among others. The August Revolution in 1945 opened up a new era in Vietnam's history, when the entire nation, under the leadership of the Communist Party of Vietnam, founded and led by President Ho Chi Minh, rose up to seize power. On September 2, 1945, President Ho Chi Minh read the Declaration of Independence, declaring to the world the foundation of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, now the Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Celebrations for the 70th anniversary of Vietnam's National Day have taken place in China, France and Algeria. Our reporters will bring more details.
At a meeting organized by the Vietnamese embassy in China, Ambassador Nguyễn Văn Thơ affirms that Vietnam persistently pursues its foreign policy of independence, self-reliance, multilateralization and diversification of international relations and global integration. Participants at the event had a chance to enjoy art performances by Vietnamese artists. Earlier, the Vietnamese culture in Paris held a meeting to mark the historic events. Vietnamese ambassador to France Nguyễn Ngọc Sơn said Paris was the first place where President Ho Chi Minh embarked on the path to national salvation. That's why Paris was selected to house one of the two first culture centers of Vietnam in the world. On behalf of the Vietnamese Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism, the center presented certificates of merit to individuals and collectives to honor their contributions to introducing Vietnamese culture in France. Meanwhile, the Vietnamese embassy in Algeria hosted a banquet in celebration of the country's National Day. Vietnamese ambassador Vũ Thế Hiệp highlighted major achievements the Vietnamese people have reaped in national construction and development. On this occasion, Vietnam's land and people were introduced to international friends through film screening, publications and photos.
A festive atmosphere is trickling into every corner of the capital city of Hanoi as the country is celebrating the 70th anniversary of National Day. We went along to take a look. Hanoi streets have received an extensive facelift with flags, banners, lights and flowers. Witnessing the peaceful and tranquil atmosphere of the nation after 70 years of independence inspired mixed feeling for war veterans like Nguyễn Anh Tuyên.
I am sad because my comrades did not live to see the festive atmosphere, but I am happy to live in the days of independence. The atmosphere is so great with the decorated flags and flowers everywhere.
Just hours till the mass parade. Citizens of all ages are looking forward to seeing it. I'm really looking forward to the parade. Soldiers in uniforms marching under the rain was so impressive. I'm really looking forward to seeing the real parade tomorrow. These days, Hanoi looks beautiful. The city dwellers and people from all walks of life are excited to welcome the biggest anniversary of the nation. We have more news coming up next.
On September the 1st, Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng presided over a regular cabinet meeting where he asked ministries and agencies to maintain economic stability and combine closely the monetary and fiscal policies to control inflation and boost economic growth. He asked for improving the business environment, facilitating production, and attracting more foreign direct investment. He said ministries and agencies should also take drastic measures on economic restructuring, with focus on state-owned enterprises and banks. Bad debts should be kept under 3%, while the banking system should be stabilized. Public investment in agriculture should be restructured. Social security should be ensured. Other measures, including paying more attention to vocational training, labor market development, job generation, and the improvement of public health.
The 4th World Conference of Speakers of Parliament opened in New York on August 31st local time. The event saw the attendance of 140 delegations from around the world. National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Hùng led the Vietnamese delegation to the event.
With the main tasks of supervising governments, adopting laws and ensuring law enforcement, parliaments play a key role in realizing the Millennium Development Goals. United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon highly valued the role and efforts of the IPU in solving global issues and contributing to the UN agenda. United Nations member states have to date made a big step forward by concluding negotiations on the Sustainable Development Agenda for the next 15 years. National Assembly Chairman Nguyễn Hùng stressed that Vietnam always desires to maintain peace, hence the country wants to address conflicts peacefully based on respect for the UN Charter and international law, as well as commitment to no use of or threats of using force. Vietnam strongly condemns violence and the threats of using force and terrorism on the globe, the National Assembly leader said. During the session, the participants discussed a range of topics such as democracy for peace and sustainable development and building a world in accordance with the people's aspirations.
On the sidelines of the World Conference of Speakers of Parliament, Chairman Hùng met with his Chinese counterpart Zhang Dejiang. He said the Vietnamese legislature is keen to increase delegation exchanges with the Chinese National People's Congress. On the East Sea issue, Hùng said the two sides should abide by agreements and common perspectives of senior leaders of both countries on controlling maritime disputes. Zhang lauded the success of the 132nd Assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union hosted by Vietnam, as well as the active engagement of Vietnam's legislature in building the international community's common targets for peace and prosperity. At a meeting with Vladimir Andreychenko, Speaker of Belarus Lower House, Chairman Hùng proposed that the two sides should speed up economic and trade collaboration. Andreychenko suggested that the two legislative bodies, friendship parliamentarian groups, as well as legislators increase exchanges and information sharing for deepened mutual understanding.
Deputy Prime Minister Nguyễn Xuân Phúc has urged Vietnam and Cambodia to further enhance solidarity, cooperation and mutual support, contributing to peace, stability and development in the region and the world.
Meeting his Cambodian counterpart Men Som On in Hanoi on September 1st, Deputy Prime Minister Phúc welcomed the Cambodian delegation's visit to attend the 70th anniversary of Vietnam's National Day, September 2nd. He thanked Cambodia for its valuable support for the Vietnamese people during their past struggle for independence, as well as in the current national development. He expressed his wish that the two countries will soon complete their land border demarcation and marker planting based on the signed bilateral agreements and in the spirit of transparency and friendly neighborliness. The Cambodian Deputy Prime Minister lauded Vietnam's socio-economic development achievements over the past 70 years and expressed her deep gratitude for the great support of the Vietnamese party, state and people for his country both in the past and at present.
National Assembly Vice Chairman Huỳnh Ngọc Sơn has called on the legislative bodies of Vietnam and Argentina to support each other at regional and international interparliamentary forums, while tightening cooperation between their friendship parliamentarian groups.
While meeting a delegation of Argentina's ruling alliance Front for Victory in Hanoi on September 1st, Sơn said he hoped that the two countries' legislative bodies would increase all-level delegation exchanges and experience sharing in lawmaking, inspecting, and decision-making on the nation's major issues. Sơn suggested the two countries expand their multifaceted cooperation, thus elevating economic and trade ties to match their fruitful friendship. Remo Carlotto, head of the Human Rights Commission of the House of Representatives, who led the Argentinian delegation, briefed his host on the outcomes of the talks between the delegation and the Vietnam National Assembly's Committee for Foreign Affairs. Argentina perpetually wishes to strengthen ties with Vietnam and stimulate bilateral collaboration in all fields, he affirmed.
Vietnamese history and culture dating from prehistoric times to the modern era is being featured at an exhibition at the National Museum of History. Let's take a look.
With 300 items on display, including photos, paintings, and documents, the exhibition offers a wide view of the country's history over the last 500,000 years. It starts with the discovery of traces of mankind's ancestor, Homo erectus, in the Cẩm Khuyên Cẩm Hai caves in the northern province of Lạng Sơn. The process of establishment and defense of civilizations over 4,000 years is depicted following the nation's revolts against the Chinese, French, and Americans. The exhibition also portrays the country's liberated era, highlighting its numerous achievements for its economy, society, and culture. The exhibition will become a permanent feature of the Vietnam National Museum of History at 216 Trần Quang Khải Street in Hanoi.
The same day, an exhibition featuring legal and historical evidence affirming Vietnam's sovereignty over Hoàng Sa, known as Paracel, and Trường Sa, Spratly archipelagos, opened in the Mekong Delta province of Hậu Giang. On display are valuable photos, objects, documents, publications, and nearly 100 maps in Vietnamese and foreign languages, discovered by both domestic and foreign researchers. Deputy Minister of Information and Communications Nguyễn Minh Hồng said that the exhibits are part of legal and historical evidence collected in Vietnam and other countries, including China. They prove Vietnam's sacred sovereignty over the archipelagos, the indispensable territorial pieces of the country. The 5-day exhibition aims to raise public awareness of sea and island sovereignty petition. It is expected to have international friends, including Chinese nationals, understand correctly the EC situation, as well as the legitimate aspiration of the Vietnamese people to maintain peace and stability in the EC and the region for national development. Following the exhibition, the documents and maps will be moved to remote areas across the province for further display. The government has approved a master plan for the development of the Điện Biên Phủ, Ba Khoang National Tourism Area in the northwestern province of Điện Biên by 2020.
The objective of the master plan is to turn Điện Biên Ba Khoang into a tourism hotspot that meets the standards for a national tourism area by 2020. According to the plan, the 2,500-hectare tourism area will have all necessary infrastructure systems by 2030 and offer visitors insights into the Northwest culture, alongside signature tours linking the legendary Điện Biên Phủ battlefield, Ba Khoang Lake, and Mường Phăng Forest. The tourist area targets to welcome about 1.5 million visitors by 2030, including around 500,000 international travelers, generating more than $222 million and creating employment opportunities for approximately 30,000 local residents. The province will develop a wide range of tourism products, including history, culture tours, eco-tours, community-based tours, and festival tours. In addition, transnation tours linking Điện Biên Phủ and Laos, Thailand, Myanmar, and other ASEAN countries will be designed via Tây Trang and Hue Puc Nason international border gates.
And that has wrapped up our news bulletin. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye for now.